Jana Duggar and Stephen Wissmann are still in their newlywed phase of marriage. The couple tied the knot in August before settling down in Nebraska. Earlier this month, Jana Duggar and Caitlin Nakatsu welcomed their twin daughters, Elsie and Emma. As a twin herself, Jana was excited to meet her newest nieces and the only other girl twins in the family. She and Stephen were back in Arkansas to visit Jed and Katie and spend time with the little girls. Everything appeared to go smoothly, even holding and feeding the baby girls. On Instagram, Jana Duggar shared a post that captured the moments she and Stephen Wissmann spent with Elsie and Emma Duggar. She captioned it, "Absolutely thrilled to finally meet Elsie and Emma. They are perfect. Twins truly are the best." Jana looked like a natural. She could hold both babies at once and even feed one while holding the other. Stephen was also spotted feeding one of the twins, looking at ease with a tiny baby in his lap. The Counting on Star and her husband have experience with nieces and nephews, so welcoming a child of their own shouldn't be a hard adjustment. At this point, Jana Duggar and Jason Duggar's wife, Maddie Grace Jones, are the two women followers are eyeing for the next pregnancy announcement. Jinger Duggar and Hannah Wissmann revealed they are expecting this year. Lauren Swanson appeared very pregnant with her fourth child during a Christmas celebration, while Jinger was in town in December. Jana has not discussed whether she and Stephen plan to have kids immediately or would wait for a while. Over the last several months, the couple has released several YouTube videos highlighting their dating life, the lead up to the wedding, and the actual wedding itself. She has moved to Nebraska, but has visited home several times. Not much has been said about what it's like for her there, and being so far from home after living with her parents for over 3 decades. We suspect that Jana may not receive an announcement as soon as some would hope, but it will come. She is used to helping raise children and perhaps wants a break before taking on her own. Jana and Stephen enjoy spending time with the latest additions to the family. As the 24-member extended Duggar family funneled through the front doors of the Staybridge Suites Hotel in Harrisburg, one would think it would turn into utter chaos. But surprisingly, Duggar family head Jim Bob Duggar mobilized the troops. Within 10 minutes, the lobby's furniture was rearranged, and all 24 Duggars, ranging from 48 to less than a year old, were standing straight and tall, lined up in front of the fireplace for a family photo op. The stars of TLC's reality TV series, 19 Kids and Counting, the Duggar family, stopped in Harrisburg on Wednesday for a book signing at the Barnes and Noble in Camp Hill. It was part of a 10-day tour promoting the 4 eldest Duggar women's new book, Growing Up Duggar. It's all about relationships. After the photo op, we caught up with 24-year-old Jana, 22-year-old Jill, 21-year-old Jessa, and 20-year-old Jinger. We wanted to write the book because we have been getting emails all along the way in our show, and we haven't had time to answer them all, Jill said. So we just wanted to answer them in book form. The women agreed the hardest part of the writing process was organizing the material. We all had different ideas of what we wanted, Jill said. We really wanted to share a lot of the stories that you may not have heard before, Jessa said. I guess the main thing is, people always ask us, do you all have any problems? Do you all ever fight? Are you normal? Yes, we are. Those questions are answered in their book on relationships. Relationships with family, friends, boys, yourself, and God. The women value their ministry but focus on relationships as a huge part of their faith. It's important to go out and do ministry and reach out to people, Jessa said. When you are choosing the people who have influence in your life, it's important to choose carefully those friends. It's like our grandma always says, Jill said. She says, show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. So we have a chapter about friends in the book that we encourage people to really think about. That focus on relationships is a primary part of Duggar life. In fact, they don't even have a television in their home. We're not constantly watching ourselves on TV, so it makes it easier," said Jill. "Our parents from the very beginning have told us over and over again, this is a ministry opportunity, this is something God has brought us for this time, not forever. As for their ministry, we're not telling you that you have to live the same way as us or not shoving anything down anyone's throats. I don't think people really find it offensive, because we're not telling them that's how they have to live," Jessa said. "I think that every family has their principles, their values, the things that they live by, and there will be some things that we don't agree with." On the topic of relationships, the women commented a little on dating and what they one day hope for having families of their own. "For us, we all love being in a large family. We all enjoy it. There's never a dull moment. There is always someone to hang out with," Jessa said. "That community, that closeness that we have is special, and all of us have said we'd love to have large families. A lot of us want to adopt too, because we see that's a great need. It looks like the Duggar family will just keep growing. Our parents have been the example for us kids in respecting each other and not putting each other down," Jinger said. "Their loving and caring is contagious to the rest of the family. The women also think it's important to love and care for yourself too, which is something they touch on in their book. We want to speak to young ladies through this book," Jill said. "When we talk about relationships, we don't always think about the girl in the mirror, which we talk about in the book, the girl who you are. The Duggars might sound perfect, but like every other family, they have problems." The Duggar family, stars of the TLC reality series 19 Kids and Counting, have never been shy about their religious or political views. Parents Jim, Bob, and Michelle oppose contraception and abortion, and they consider evolution a fallacy. Michelle recently launched a hateful, transphobic campaign in the family's home state of Arkansas and has said some troubling things about physical modesty in the past. The Duggars are conservative, to understate it. So it's no surprise then that Jessa Duggar, Jim, Bob, and Michelle's 21-year-old daughter found a way to tie together many of the extreme conservative beliefs she's developed over the course of her life, connecting dots between creationism, reproductive choice, and the Holocaust. After a recent visit to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C., Duggar posted a lengthy comment to Instagram, in which she first traced the roots of ethnic cleansing to the theory of evolution, then went one step further and likened abortion to the Holocaust. "I walked through the Holocaust Museum again today. Very sobering," Duggar wrote. "Millions of innocents denied the most basic and fundamental of all rights, their right to life. One human destroying the life of another deemed less than human. Racism, stemming from the evolutionary idea that man came from something less than human, that some people groups are more evolved and others less evolved," she went on. "So they're murdered, slaughtered, kids with Down syndrome or other disabilities, the sickly, the elderly. The sanctity of human life varies not in sickness or health, poverty or wealth, elderly or preborn, little or lots of melanin, making you darker or lighter skinned, or any other factor. May we never sit idly by and allow such an atrocity to happen again. Not this generation. We must be a voice for those who cannot speak up for themselves, because every life is precious." Pro-life. Duggar's post promptly elicited outrage, with a number of commenters criticizing her for attaching a political agenda to historical tragedy. While your pro-life viewpoints are totally valid and respectable, the fact that you would even think to make this comparison is absolutely dehumanizing to those involved in the Holocaust, and beyond disrespectful to all women, not to mention the ones who have actually had to choose to go through the difficult process of abortion, one commenter wrote. Another added, a bit more bluntly, "For you to take something so horrific and tragic like the Holocaust and make it some hoe about your religious beliefs is disgusting." This certainly isn't the first time a person has compared abortion to the Holocaust, nor is it the first time a Duggar has conflated the two. At an anti-abortion rally in Texas last year, Michelle Duggar referred to the procedure as a baby holocaust. Additionally, the Duggars likened abortion to genocide in a blog post, where they calculated that more than 56 million lives have been destroyed in our country, and referred to abortion as an American Holocaust.